Good morning. My name is Wyatt. Today we'll interview a scientist named Dr. Opley. Straight from the Charles Darwin Research Center. Dr. Opley, over to you.
Where did that tortoise go? Hello, I am Dr. Opley. Welcome to the Charles Darwin Research Center. We have a breeding program for tortoises. We collect the eggs and mark them. Then we return them to the same island. We put them in boxes. The boxes go outside. If it's more hot, more males. If it's more cool, more females. When they are born, they can fit into your hand. See, aren't they cute? It just hatched. And then they are moved into their own pen when they hatch. We give them 5 years. If we don't, they can get squished by cows. This tortoise is a 5-year-old. He is difficult and his shell is really stronger. Hey! Then we put them back on their island. Thank you. Now back to you, Wyatt. Now I need to go find that tortoise.
Thank you for that wonderful news, Dr. Opley. Today we will go back to the Galapagos to interview a sea lion. Over to you, Mr. Sea Lion.
Hello, I'm a sea lion. Life is very good on the water and on land. We can hold our breath for a very long time. We're mammals. We like to eat fish, and our appetites grow as we grow too. We swallow sand to help us dive deeper. We call the babies pups when they're little and young. We like to play when we are in big groups, and we like to discover our world. Over to Brian Sutton.
Thank you for those wise words, Mr. Sea Lion. We will go back to the Galapagos, where Dr. Opley will interview a tortoise. Dr. Opley, over to you.
Hello, I am Dr. Opley. Today we are going to be interviewing a tortoise. So, Mr. Tortoise, how have you been?
As happy as a tortoise could be.
What have you been doing today?
Eating poisonous apple and wet cactus and grass.
Which island are you from?
Isabella Island on the wet part.
What can you tell us about being a tortoise?
Being a tortoise means you're very heavy. You can't take off your shell, and you eat poisonous apples. You can eat cactus. If we have to, and there's not enough food, we have to eat dry crab skin.
Have you ever seen your own babies?
No, because they're underground and they can take care of themselves.
Do you know what part of the world you are on?
The equator, which is part of Ecuador on Isabella.
Thank you for those wise words, Mr. Tortoise. Now I have another tortoise to catch.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching this channel. I hope you learned a lot about the Galapagos Islands. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, this is Emily Ann Ashford with today's weather, and well, it's hot. There are clouds around the volcanoes, not looking like it will rain, and lots of sun, so make sure to take a hat and put sunscreen on during your daily activities throughout the islands. In the Galapagos, we really only have 2 seasons, the wetter and the drier. The drier season is caused by southern trade winds and cooler ocean currents. It's about 72 degrees during this season. We also have inversion, cool air near the ground, that traps moisture below 600 meters as a mist. Up higher, where it's cooler, it drizzles down and everything is green. The lowlands get no water and some plants lose their leaves. As you can see, for the next week, we have increasing temperatures. Monday we have 70 degrees, Tuesday 72, Wednesday 78, and Thursday 82. So make sure to bring your water and put lots of sunscreen, like I said. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back with some news later.
Gonna bite, gonna fight, gonna cut you in two. Make you sweat when it's wriggling through. With a snap and a crack at the runaway crew. In tight for a close up. Roll sound, camera, magic. Alright people, action. Gotta keep on rolling.
Here we are on the Galapagos Islands. Behind me we see one of the most iconic animals of the Galapagos Islands, the giant tortoise. These fellows can live over 100 years and weigh 400 kilos. Crikey, that would make the Galapagos tortoises one of the longest living vertebrates in the animal kingdom. On islands with humid highlands, tortoises have shorter necks and they don't need to reach high for food. But on islands with little vegetation, they have developed their necks to reach high scrubby trees. There are two main types of tortoise, saddleback and dome. The Galapagos Islands are named after the saddleback shape of their shells. Galapagos in Spanish means saddle. Tortoise numbers have plummeted since the discovery of the Galapagos Islands. It went from 250,000 in the 1830s to 3,000 in 1970. Now there are about 20,000. Today they are still an endangered species. When Charles Darwin came to the Galapagos, he heard a local say, "I can tell which island the tortoise comes from by looking at its shell." Darwin had no idea how this was feasible until later when he understood natural selection. Now we're going to a quick visit with a bizarre little bloke. Here we are in the far north of the Galapagos Islands, on Wolf Island to be exact. This island is really hot, really isolated, and prone to dry spells. Sometimes food here can get scarce. On this island lives a type of ground finch. Looks innocent enough, but this wee fella has a sharp beak and unusual diet. They usually eat seeds and insects, but in times of drought, they have a taste for fresh blood, baby blood. They use their sharp beak to peck at the tail feathers and skin of the baby to draw blood, and then drink it up. Yep, he's called a vampire finch. These finches evolved their bloodlust over generations, first removing parasites off the booby's back, which is good for both of them, but occasionally drawing blood. This blood is rich in nutrients and meant better chance of survival for those that consumed it. But look, the booby doesn't seem to do anything about it. There are just so many of the finches. As soon as you fight one off, another bloodthirsty bird would take its place. While it might just be a pain in the butt for the big birds, it can be fatal for chicks. These finches don't stop there. They also feed on eggs, stealing them just after they're laid, and rolling them onto rocks until they break. Glad I'm not staying on this island. I don't want them to try human blood or eyeballs or see ya. Check these guys out. They're counting those golden rays. Whoa, check out that stinger. It's sharp, it's long, and it's full of venom. One poke with that and any vitals, and you probably bleed out and die. You'll be a goner in minutes, and that's saying nothing about the excruciating pain you'd be in right till your last breath. Real beauties, aren't they, as they fly through the water, so graceful. These guys are known to migrate in packs up to 10,000, following ocean currents. Crikey, their natural habitat is shallow seas, estuaries, and coastal lagoons. They're actually a species of eagle ray, but take a good look at that nose. It's pushed up and around just like a cow. And if I could just get close, I could show you their plate-like teeth, specialized for grinding and eating mollusks. These rays live up to 12 to 14 years. They just have one pup at a time. See this little fella right here? Yeah, it's a pup. Now that might make you think these critters are mammals, but they're actually fish. But Sheila doesn't actually lay the fertilized eggs, but keeps it in her oviduct where it hatches, growing and feeding there. When ready, the baby pops out with no placenta or umbilical cord. Look at that. Now if I could just get a bit closer. Oh heck, it's coming for me. Crikey!
Gonna get you, gonna bite, gonna fight, gonna cut you in two. Make you sweat when it's wriggling through with a snap and a crack at the runaway crew. In tight for a close up. Roll sound, camera, magic. Alright, people.
So, there might be no sharks around here because there's one behind me! I'm just kidding. I'm not really gonna shoot the shark, but I'm just kidding. Hi, my name is Ben Walker, and today I am going to be your shark expert by analyzing the sharks from the Galapagos Islands. Because I'm not afraid of them anymore. But this is just some footage from Jaws the movie from 1975, filmed by Roy Scheider. But these Galapagos sharks I'm going to analyze were found by Charles Darwin in the 1800s in the Galapagos Islands. So here we go. All sharks come in many shapes and sizes, but people are interested in most familiar classic look like the Galapagos shark. Galapagos sharks are not maniacal eating machines. They are eager to devour anything in their path. The shark's nose is super sensitive to some odors. It can detect blood in concentrations of only 1 part per 10 billion. The sharks can rid their stomach of a plastic bottle, and it expels the object out of their mouth. Hammerhead sharks only hunt alone and can find food like stingrays that hide under the seafloor. But Galapagos sharks hunt in groups to find any fish and cephalopods, their main prey. The man who named these sharks at the Galapagos Islands saw one in the offshore waters. That's how they got their name, called the Galapagos sharks. The Galapagos sharks can be found in rocky bottoms and coral reefs. That's the preferred habitat of the Galapagos sharks. And the Galapagos sharks are not only found around the Galapagos Islands, but they occur in warm tropical waters around the world. So that's pretty much it for the Galapagos sharks, but there's one more I had to show you.
The Galapagos is an amazing place, truly beautiful. It is an archipelago of mysterious islands, but what is truly amazing is its geology. The Galapagos Islands are over a hotspot that is on a plate that is slowly moving towards South America, leaving a trail of islands in its path. Of course, this process is very slow. It will take millions of years for the hotspot to eventually reach South America. It is moving at a pace that is similar to how fast my fingernails can grow. As the hotspot moves eastward, volcanoes erupt above it. Then, as the hotspot continues to drift further eastwards, the volcanoes are no longer above it, and they stop erupting. After that, they start eroding. Eventually, this erosion causes them to shrink and disappear. That is why some of the islands are bigger than other ones. But to the west, there are new islands erupting, replacing the ones that are to the east eroding. Here we are, inside of a lava tube. On a lot of the islands, there are underground tubes where lava once flowed. These tubes were created because as lava flowed, the outside of the lava hardened first and was left behind. The earliest islands, Isabella and Fernandilla, are still forming.
Hello, welcome to The Tonight Show, starring me, Adrian Fallon, and a couple other guests that we'll be getting to shortly. Tonight we will be doing an all Galapagos Island animal exclusive, and I know nothing about animals, so of course we will be inviting some animal specialists to help me out. Our first guest tonight is a very knowledgeable man who has voiced in many documentaries, the one and only Alex Attenborough.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
Perfectly. I'm in beautiful New York City. It couldn't get better.
I'm glad you're having fun. What do you think of my beautiful studio and my beautiful audience?
It's absolutely splendid.
Anyway, I heard you had some animals for me.
Yes, I do. Here, I brought a young blue-footed booby. It came from under my chair.
May I ask how I got this name?
Well, actually, the name of the bird comes from the word bobo, which means stupid in Spanish. They call them this because they look kind of stupid walking on land, and the Spaniards could go right up to them, wring their necks, and eat them for lunch.
So he's the clown of the family. But it is endemic to the Galapagos, right?
Actually, it's not endemic to only the Galapagos. 50% of the world's breeding pairs live in the Galapagos.
So they're not only endemic to the Galapagos.
Well,
then where else do they live?
they're endemic to a region along the continental coast of the eastern Pacific Ocean, including the Galapagos.
But how big can they get?
It grows from 2.5 to 3 feet in length and has a wingspan of about 5 feet.
That's pretty big for a booby.
Haha.
But what's the point of having, well, blue feet?
They use their bright blue feet to attract females when they're going to mate, and both parents contribute to raising their offspring.
So they're showing off their new shoes, huh?
Right. Do you want to hold it?
No thanks, I really don't think I should.
I insist.
Okay, fine.
Be gentle. They can tend to be feisty, especially when being moved around.
Sorry, help, it's attacking me!
It's okay. It's okay. We'll be back after these short messages. Hello, friends. Do you have a mosquito problem in your household? Do you have pet problems? Children? Then this is a product for you. Just one quick spray on anything that scurries, crawls, flies, wiggles, or slithers, and all your problems will be solved. Order now and you'll get a free sticker of a mouse, child, or potato to practice on, free of charge. Order now and you can even get one of these high-quality, rare, exclusive leverite crystals. Order now, there's only 2 left. This product should not be used within 30 meters of fish, humans, anything with feathers or scales. Possible side effects are not limited to malaria, typhus, nausea, headaches, sores, rashes, seizures, ingrown toenails, breathing problems, rapid aging, explosive diarrhea, spontaneous human combustion, and or painful death. Except no substitutes. Order now! All purchases are final. No refunds or exchanges. Please consult your doctor or scientist before applying.
Welcome back to The Tonight Show. Now we will be moving on to our second guest of our Galapagos Animal Special. They will bring on a different animal for me that also follows the theme of Galapagos. The guest that we'll be having on has wrestled a great white, tamed wild sharks, and even hosts his own show. The man, the myth, the legend, Ben Walker.
Hello, everyone. Adrian, you finally invited me on.
Yeah, that's because we heard of your expertise on sharks.
That reminds me.
Please don't be a shark, please don't be a shark, please don't be a shark, please don't be a shark. Oh great, it's a shark.
I call him Paul.
So then, how dangerous is this Paul guy to me? I don't really get along with animals.
Relax, Mr. Fallon. These Galapagos sharks will chase and attack if threatened, although Galapagos sharks are considered dangerous and will eat fish, but rarely attack humans like you.
But surely some of the sharks wouldn't be so friendly, right?
Well, only about 30 of the 500 species of sharks are dangerous, and they rarely attack humans, but people are responsible for the 11,400 destroyed sharks every hour of every day. People are even more dangerous to sharks, but most sharks don't even care about people. They're not go-eating machines. All they eat is fish.
Hammerhead shark definitely must be one of those dangerous species you were talking about, right?
Well, no. There have not been a lot of recorded hammerhead shark attacks on the people around. But here's the good news. Most of the hammerhead sharks are small in size and are considered harmless to humans.
But they try to attack our fishing boats.
What you talking about, Fallon? These Galapagos sharks are just curious about what humans have. So they gather around often and bump right into our boats, oars, and divers, and anything else.
But what about the movie Jaws?
Listen up, Fallon. I think you might be overreacting. If you go to a vending machine, you might actually be squished. So it is not that dangerous to anyone. There are other things out there like falling coconuts, traffic accidents, toasters electrocuting you, and falling while you're riding from a horse. But we are not going to be worried about those. So calm down.
Okay then, I guess sharks aren't that dangerous after all.
Unless you're a fish. Or an intruder. Now that you introduced yourselves and you know that he's not dangerous, would you like to hold him?
No thanks, I still don't trust him.
Come on.
Fine. Somebody actually help us
Ha! I guess you could say that is pretty funny. That's been part 2.
Come to the Sea Lion Hotel, where there's always plenty of fish to eat, and plenty of places to lounge. Anywhere can be your special feeding spot. Lounge away your days in comfort and luxury by our pool or spa. We are a worry-free hotel. No humans or sharks are allowed. We're family-friendly. Bring the kids for fun-filled days and nights. Take the kids for a ride on a real motorboat. You don't even have to swim. You can even waddle along our beautiful beach. And don't miss our ever-popular evening beach bark-along. You can even win fish treats for barking the loudest. Yes, it's all here at the Sea Lion Hotel. Call to reserve your holiday now. Hello. Welcome back to The Tonight Show. With me, Adrian Fallon, and another guest. I better get being paid millions after this. Anyways, let's get this over with. Our last guest tonight is famous for hunting crocodiles and being in as many documentaries. Gabriel Irwin!
Hello, Adrian. Hey, you wanted me to bring an animal.
Well, not really.
What'd you say, mate?
Oh, I'm just so surprisingly happy that you brought an animal.
Well, I brought one of my favorite, the Galapagos iguana.
I was expecting something a little more dangerous, like maybe a crocodile or a lion, because of, well, you know, your reputation as being a crocodile hunter.
Nope. After the incident, I decided to stick to less dangerous animals. I call her Harriet.
Why does Harriet look like she's about to sneeze?
That's because she sneezes salt. Every time they go into the ocean for a swim, they collect a little bit of salt through the salt water they swallow. They have a way to excrete all that salt, so they sneeze it out.
Oh man, I wish I could do that.
It would probably sting like heck though.
You said something about a swim. Can little Harriet here actually swim?
Yeah, the largest ones can dive up to 30 meters and hold their breath for up to 45 minutes. Humans couldn't even imagine doing that. I've tried once. I almost died. But that's a story for another time.
I heard a rumor that they love mockingbirds. Is that true?
Yes, this rumor is true. They absolutely love mockingbirds because they let out a different warning call to the iguanas. When they see a predator, thanks to them, the iguanas have time to run and hide.
Well, who are these so-called predators?
You know, hawks, dogs, cats, etc., etc. Sadly, humans are on the list too. We trample all over the bregs and break them every day.
That's horrible.
Do you want to hold her?
Well, yeah, sure. She doesn't seem that dangerous. I think I'm having a little bit of deja vu. Help! She's surprisingly fast!
I don't see how she needs help, mate. She's perfectly fine by the looks of it.
I quit.
I guess you should say that's the end of this tale. That's the end of the animal special. Tune in next time.
Hello, friends. Do you have a mosquito problem in your household? Do you have pest problems? Children? Well, this is the product just for you. Just one quick spray on anything that scurries, crawls, flies, wiggles, slithers, and all of your problems are solved. Order now, and you'll get a free sticker of a mouse, a child, or a potato, free of charge. Order now, and you can even get one of these high-quality, rare leverite crystals. Order now, there's only one. 2 left. This product should not be used within 30 meters of fish, humans, and any other thing that is alive. The symptoms are nausea, headaches, sores, rashes, seizures, ingrown toenails, breathing problems, rapid aging, explosive diarrhea, spontaneous human combustion, and or very painful death. Order no substitutes. Order now. All purchases are final. No refunds or exchanges. Please consult your doctor before applying.
Hello, it's Emily Ann Ashford here again with the weather update that is extremely hot. As you can see from the past week, we've now gone to 86 degrees, 88 degrees, and 91 degrees. Plus the humidity, I think we're all going to die. Now that I've talked about the weather for the next couple of days, I will fill you all in on the wetter season of the Galapagos. The wetter season is caused by trade winds and warm ocean currents and is about 77 degrees throughout the season. There are showers on the land, and there are more showers in the areas with cooler air. The ocean tends to be warmer, and the evaporation of the ocean and the water allows a collection of clouds around the volcanoes and highlands. That's all for the weather and climate today. I hope everyone enjoys and has enjoyed their stay on the Galapagos Islands. Have a beautifully hot day.